When are you good enough to charge for your photography? That's what we're talking about today. And the truth of the fact is this: you can start charging from day one if you're able to do these three things. Number one, are you able to provide value to your client? What is it that they're trying to accomplish? If you can help them accomplish that, you have a lot more value to that client. One of the analogies I always give everybody, or one of the examples rather that I give everyone is, if you were photographing a portrait for a dentist, if you were an amazing photographer, you picked up your first camera and it's your first day and you take an amazing portrait of that dentist, it doesn't matter if you've been there 10 years or one day. That image, if it's amazing, impacts that dentist's business, usually in a positive sense. So as an example, if that image was taken and placed on their website, how many new leads is that potentially going to generate? Just because you're on your first day of business as a photographer doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't charge for that portrait. Just because you picked up your first camera doesn't mean that you can't charge for that image. That image still has value. It doesn't matter if you've been in the game 10 years or a day, you still are providing some level of value. So number one, again, providing value for your clients. That's the first thing that you need to remember. Number two, which kind of goes against the first thing that I mentioned, but it's still hand in hand, which is, can you provide consistency? So it doesn't matter that you took an amazing portrait of that one person, can you do it consistently for every single client? Are you lucky, or is it a consistent body of work? You don't want to screw up and fail at an assignment because you're not consistent with your work. I find that most photographers that are successful have a consistent theme to their portfolio and a consistent body of work. When you can do that 10, 15, 20, 25 times, you can start charging for your photography, but you have to be consistently good every single time. Number three, which is something that no one ever talks about, but we're going to talk about it today, which is professionalism. There's nothing worse than dealing with creatives who are completely artistic and just have no business acumen. Because ultimately when they receive a no, it's almost like a teenager having a fit. You don't want that as a business person. You don't want that reputation. You want a reputation of professionalism when it comes to working with every single client you're working with. So again, when you can provide value for your client, do it consistently and do it professionally, you can start charging for your photography. Those are the three things that I think every photographer needs before they start becoming a professional. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or you have a rebuttal, leave those in the comment section below. I appreciate your time, guys. Have an amazing day. I will see you guys soon. Take care.